It's Ashlinsky, and it's kind of early for me. I stayed up editing last night, so I'm really tired. But my video today actually is, because I'm like recording this to come out at 3 o'clock, the teeny tiny video that I made is coming out in literally 8 minutes. I wanted to talk about it because it is something different. It is something I've never done before, and it's kind of new for the channel. First off, like, I had so much footage from my trip, and I finally put all of it out. Well, not all of it, but I finally put, like, all the videos and all the stuff that I did, all the vlogs, all the challenges we did. They're all out, and I wanted to do something with a little bit of the extra footage, which that still isn't all the extra footage. Like, there were, like, I have an 8-minute video of just Rachel talking about, in the car with us, when we were driving to Walmart, of her telling the story about, how nothing happens where she goes to school, but there was a guy that, like, murdered someone and then left her sit for 6 months on a back porch in a carpet. It's like an 8-minute video, and I was like, Rachel, you just talked for 8 minutes about someone that killed someone, and I don't know what to do with that, but, like, it was still entertaining, and I was gonna make it its own little, like, weird, creepy story time with Rachel, but I didn't want to do that because I like cut some of the footage down, and I made that, like, Friends style opening, and I've always wanted to do something like that. And, like, I was half inspired by Danny because you know, she always does the every other Saturday, what if this Disney movie was this, and she, like, turns it into, like, scary or whatever. And, like, I was like, you know what, if I like what she does, let me see if I can do, like, what if my channel was like an episode of Friends, and I'll turn it into, I'll make the title sequence. And it was really fun to do. And it really made me, like, listen closely to the audio and, like, cut everything just right. And then I was, like, trying to sync things up to the music a little bit, to, like, the beat. And, like, shockingly, I think I did. Because, like, when they go ta-ta-ta-ta in the song, like, Tyler's hitting the rabbit mask. So it was really fun to do, and I think I'm gonna try and do more things like that in the future. It's kind of just like, I even demonetized the video because I knew it would get demonetized anyways, but I wanted to demonetize it because essentially that's my, like, it's my little dedication to Tyler and Rachel, and my little thank you for helping me with everything, because Rachel's so busy, Tyler's so busy, but Tyler still takes time out of his days and records with me. Like, yesterday we recorded for, like, I want to say, like, 3 hours. We recorded the podcast for Saturday. We recorded a bunch of other fun stuff. And I always appreciate it, and I never know how to properly say thank you. So this was kind of like my little way to try and make them smile and, like, maybe laugh a little bit, be like, oh, that's cool, and, like, to say thank you to them, because I appreciate them, and honestly, they are the ones that, like, inspire me, and they're the funny ones. Can we all just address this? Tyler and Rachel are the funny ones. Because in all the challenges we did, they were the ones that made me laugh, and I did not make them laugh very much, so I need to work on this. The other thing I wanted to address in this video is my upcoming schedule, because I've been lacking on my streaming on Twitch, and I know I haven't been motivated to do it because I did have a little bit of a problem with Twitch. The things that I did, I couldn't pull off, and it took them literally a month to get back to me about this problem. And when they got back to me, they're like, oh, this problem should be fixed now. So I was kind of put off, so I wasn't, that's why I, like, tried streaming on YouTube, like, 2 times. I'm still thinking about transitioning and potentially streaming on YouTube. But with some of the things going on YouTube, I think I'm just gonna try and get back into Friday night streams. On Twitch, Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv.com or twitch.tv/Ashlinsky. For for the upcoming schedule, I'm taking a small weekend trip. I have 2 small weekend trips coming up next month. One is the weekend of May 5th, from like the 4th to the 7th. I'm gonna be gone for a wedding, so you'll get videos. I'll record it. I'll do everything in advance like I did this time. And May 21st, I got tickets to go see Ninja Sex Party. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably heard about me freaking out over that. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna go because I didn't know if my husband would want to go. So I just kind of bought tickets on a whim, and I'm like, hey, I bought tickets, and he's like, okay, I'll put in for a day off. And I'm like, well, it's on a Sunday. He's like, I'll put in for the next day. It's fine. And I was like, yes, okay. I was very. When I came back from my trip, I was super duper motivated. I really was. And then all this stuff with YouTube's been going on, and I was a little just like discouraged. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I am a small channel. I don't make money off of YouTube, but like, I'm like still, you know, trying to further it and make it better and get somewhere maybe with it, like a teeny tiny little somewhere. But when they said that, like, something about partnership would change with 10,000 lifetime views, I'm not at 10,000 lifetime views. I'm just now probably hitting 5,000 lifetime views. And I was like, well, what does that mean for me? And I still feel like they're not talking very much and, like, addressing it, but I got re-motivated in the strangest way. Because I had sent emails out about the podcast to a couple people, and essentially I'm asking them to come on and like collab. And I was watching a stream of Jacksepticeye, and he was like, send me questions on Twitter, send me questions in the chat. Well, chat on YouTube is a miserable place if you ever watch a stream. But I sent him one on Twitter, and I said like, hey, do you have any advice for people wanting to branch out and collaborate with others? Because it's scary. It's scary to have to ask someone like, hey, I really like your content or whatever. Do you want to try and do something together? And you know what? Why don't we just roll the clip? Let's just roll the clip.
Any advice for small YouTuber who wants to branch out and collab with people? I'd say don't aim too high. Because it's a weird thing on YouTube. It's not that bigger YouTubers are, well, some aren't, are like averse to playing with smaller YouTubers. It's just that it's hard to get to know people through YouTube, and it's hard to know people's intentions as well. And like, I have my friends online, on my YouTube friends. I don't really have room for more friends. Well, that's a bit of a weird thing to say, but I don't really have time to dedicate to getting to know new people right now. So getting to talk to a smaller YouTuber, and it's not a case of being like, you do cool shit, I'm a collab with you. It's never really like that. I like to get to know people before I do stuff in that regard. So it's kind of weird. I'd say collab with people who are who do the same stuff as you and are in and around the same kind of groups as you or whatever. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to branch out and collab with people. All the collabs that I did with people when I started off, I got really lucky and they came to me. So like, I can't really give advice for how to branch out and ask other people. I mean, you could just ask them and see what they say. The worst they can say is no. Just go for it.
So as you can see, he answered that in a slightly like seesaw kind of way, but like when he was like, just go for it, just fucking go for it, I was like, that was my mentality going into YouTube. Just go for it, just do it. And I was like in a mild state of shock, and I was like, why don't I just go for it? Why don't I just keep fucking pushing and trying? And so I felt like remotivated after I listened to him say that, and yeah, it was really cool. So I still have 3 emails out. I'm still waiting for 3 people to respond. Like, okay, maybe they're all busy. Maybe they're busy. Or maybe I just sent it to the wrong emails. I don't know. So, I'm holding out hope. I'm back to trying to stay positive with things because I feel like being negative isn't gonna get me anywhere, and it never has. That's why I've always been kind of more on the positive side with things. So yeah, I just wanted to share all these things because I just love talking to you guys. Which, by the way, 60 of you are here hanging out. I really appreciate it. 40 more and we get that custom URL. That's my goal. But yeah, remember, if you like this, do all the things. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that. And if you can, this is gonna be like the weird little side request. If you can and you listen to the podcast that Tyler and I do, Butts and Stuff, and you enjoy it, share it around. Because we were talking about it yesterday when we were recording, and I'm like, you know what? This is the most fun thing I do right now. I absolutely love sitting down once a week, just talking about weird shit. Whether it's weird shit on the internet or like video games or whatever. I love doing it, and I just want other people to like feel how much I love doing it, and I want to share it. And yeah, so that's that update, and I'll see you guys in the next one.